Hello everybody, this is Sparks Bricks, and today we're going to be checking out a mock I've recently made. Now if you follow me over on Instagram, you would have already seen some close-up pictures of this mock, but I just wanted to go into closer detail today to show you some of my favorite things about it and just talk some on how I did it. Now if you don't recognize this scene, I would advise go watch the very first Jurassic Park. It is a classic, but so is this scene when Ian Malcolm is on the back of the Jeep saying "must go faster" over and over as the T-Rex is getting closer. Also has the scene, I wish I could have a little mirror that says objects in mirror may seem closer than they appear, because that is where this is from. And this T-Rex is the T-Rex from the T-Rex versus the, what's it called? I'm drawing a blank here. The T-Rex mech kind of set. It was a $80 set, and I like the T-Rex. I think it looks close to the one used in the movie, so this is what I wanted to go for. And the Jeep in the very front right there is just a modified version of Brick Vault's instructions. I'm not very much of a car builder, so didn't want to try to mess it up. I would love some stickers for the doors and the hood. Unfortunately, Brick Vault does not say Jurassic Park. I believe it says Jurassic Brick or something like that. Now, I did take off the top of the Jeep, so this front windshield piece is just barely hanging in there. It's just for show. It's not very connected. Well, it's not connected to anything, actually. But on this mock, I wanted to try something new, which is this snot technique bordering the mock. It turned out all right. It's not the best. There are some parts that I do like about it, such as down here. I need to, I think, tile it off more, smooth it off. And you can see some gaps in the shrubbery, which I would like to try to solve. I originally wanted to use these dark green leaf pieces to cover the entire bottom to give it a little more depth, but I would have not had as many connection points for all the plants. Another thing I would like to point out, I tried doing some kind of puddle, because during the scene in the movie it is raining, and I wanted to give it some kind of puddles on the road that they're driving down. I think I might end up changing these clear bricks out right here, these 1x2 plates, out to the dark gray clear ones. I believe it's the dark gray. And I think that would look a lot better, along with giving the road more detail in general. Here is another part of the base that I think actually turned out pretty nice. This little area right here. I think just the slopes give it a lot more of a clean look otherwise. And you notice I do have these smaller trees right here. They're very quickly built. And I did experiment with adding some bigger trees, but I didn't want it to cover the dinosaur from the side view. Moving along, I did like how the road met right here. I think it's too much of a just straight line drop where the road ends. You can also see from the front, it just suddenly comes to an end right there. Now lately I have been into Jurassic Park and Jurassic World a lot more than I've ever been in my life. I'm usually a historic builder, so I like to build castle pirates and Vikings and that kind of thing. But I wanted to try something new, try more landscape since I don't do much of that. And it turned out all right. I'm not displeased with it, but I think it could be better. Perhaps add more a slope on one side, although the scene in the movie was pretty flat, but just add a little more depth to the build. I don't know if you can tell, but there is 2 layers of, I would say, grass on top of these plates right here. If I turn it back around, I'm not able to see it from the other side. So yeah, right, you can kind of see it does slope up a little bit with all the foliage covering it. It didn't really get shown too well. Like I said, I'm not very new at landscaping, but I wanted to try it out and add a lot of foliage to it. And I did come up with these right here. Let me just pop one out real quick. It's just these palm leaves strapped to a snot brick with studs on all sides, and then these little connector pieces holding up more greenery. And I think it looks good to try to give the impression of a bush. I do think if I do change some of this out, I'm going to give it more height, because in the movie there is the road that they're driving down that the T-Rex is chasing them on, also known as Rexy, and it does have this area right here that is more flat, and then it starts going up to massive trees on both sides. And it's not wide enough to get all the trees in. I didn't want it to be too big of a mock, just something quick I could make, because I have not made a Jurassic Park or Jurassic World mock yet, and I do think it turned out pretty nice. It's gonna be a nice little display piece I'll keep for a while, and I might actually end up using the base for something else, because I do like how that turned out. But yeah, if you have any questions on it, just leave it in the comments below. I can try to get into more about the technique of using the snot all the way around, and hopefully you liked this as much as I do. Again, I think it turned out nice, but could be better. It's always a learning process. You always got more to learn. I just wanted to do a little practice. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments and I will definitely get to it. But hope everybody has a good day. See you in the next one.